have been great if he like picked up his little iron foot then, or like not up but like backwards, and was like like shot Kyron.
That's what he puts on.
He pushes
Flips backwards. Jim's on you. Use up.
See, if he truly was a good guy, he would have used his foot to shoot.
Guy gets stabbed from the back, falls into the ocean, and he's like, well, if he was a better man. If he just tried to be better, all right?
You heard the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Welcome back, travelers, to the Tales of TerraVale. We are but your humble guides to the lands and legends that is the world of TerraVale. A group of adventurers, family, and friends, we explore and interact according to the rules of Pathfinder's 2nd edition role-playing game. So join us as we voyage through the Emerald Gulf, where the misty waves whisper ancient secrets and the winds carry songs of the long-forgotten. Here, there be pirates that prowl northern shores, enchanters that weave spells as old as the deep, and every port holds the promise of new mysteries. So chart your course with us, raise the sails, and let the dice fall where they may, for this is the Shadowmar Saga. All right, last time we sought after and tracked down the ship Destiny after finding its origin coordinates and knowing where it's headed, knowing where it originally started from in Trinora, doing some cross-referencing with the data that you guys were able to hobnob in Trinora and with the notes that Kale left you. You found an area that you were determined to find the ship Destiny. So you tracked down and immobilized the ship Destiny by firing cannons at it, then boarded the ship, began to attack the crew, and when victory seemed to be in your grasp, all of a sudden, the boards and rope that was connecting the Silver Eider to the ship Destiny began to snap as an invisible barrier was cast between. And you found out that, and you look over as Bror was stabbed suddenly, and upon that attack, Kyrenic appeared behind Bror, and Bror tumbled into the water, where Kilo jumped in to try to save him. Kyrenic, seeing Nylon on the ship, then cast an invisible prison on her, constricting it around her, suffocating her, and then cast her into the sea, before calling a lightning from the skies down onto the ship. It hit the ship, and for a moment it seemed like it just hit the ship, but then there was an explosion almost coming from underneath the hull as the ship Destiny exploded, fire bouncing off the side of the invisible barrier. Everyone flies into the sea and blacks out. All right.
Oh! I mean, yar!
My cat? Anybody see my cat?
All you know is that you start to hear the waves rush onto the ocean, onto this beach. The caw of the seagull, the wind rushing, and you open your eyes to the bright sunlight and look around, and you realize that you are on an unknown beach somewhere.
Do we all walk at the same time?
Yeah, at least you three do. You look up, and you look around, and you notice that there are several other sailors there, and they're all kind of tending to themselves, almost waking up at the same time.
Um,
So like we look around, yeah.
but-
Regina is very back heavy. She's kind of like a turtle. She got so much in her back. Right now she's trying to.
I'll come over and help her out. I'll give her my hand to help her out.
Who are you? Who are you? Who is that? Make yourself known.
Look at me.
Who's that? Oh, Nyland. Oh, honey, yeah, help me. Roll me over.
Okay.
Roll me.
Okay.
Thank you, honey. Go ahead.
You're heavy.
Oh, thank you, honey. Okay. Oh, you made it. Let me look at you. Are you okay, honey?
Where's
How does she look at it? Or how are we looking?
I don't think I look very good.
I would like to check what I have.
Yeah. You all still have what you were carrying at that moment. You're at the same health threshold. So whatever you had at that moment from the damage that you were dealt with, that we talked about from last session, that's what you're waking up with. Nothing has changed.
I'm not as bad as you guys then, right?
No,
No.
yeah, I'm pretty rough.
So I need to
I'm
be
actually pretty good.
No, Regina's used. She's typically at this threshold.
Jeez, this actually feels comfortable. You're more comfortable here than at full health.
I'd like to pull the dart out of my shoulder and be like, Regina, this is yours. All right, so next thing I would like to do is start taking roll call, like just trying to take in who's here, who survived, who went down.
I like to
Yeah.
do the same thing.
You're
Like,
sitting up, you're standing up, kind of getting your balance. I mean, you were all knocked out either by force or suffocation. So other than your health is at that point, but you are feeling a little shaken. You look around and you notice these are who are left on the beach.
Is that
Alright.
Amaya?
I immediately-
Hell, dear. Now is everybody
No.
is everybody awake?
Amaya?
Yeah, they're starting. Yes, what you notice as you look around, you see over to your left, you see Sariel and Tova are huddling together and they're weeping uncontrollably as they're sitting on this beach, like helping each other. You notice in front of you, you see Taskir, and he's carrying Alzir, but he hasn't woken up yet.
Taskier?
Taskir is carrying Alzir. Alzir hasn't woken up yet.
Okay.
Taskir is pulling him up, and he's like trying to get him to wake up. You look over, and Haldir is sitting at the edge of the water, and he's holding this blue-colored cloth that you recognize as something that Fenthwick always wore. And then you see Grom over. He's just standing there, and you can just see he is enraged. He is so mad around him, just clenching. But he's just by himself.
I'm gonna run over to Brewer.
Yeah.
I see Brewer.
Yes, Bror is over, and he is like laying back alongside a rock outpost. And as you look around, you notice that all these rocks have this really dark shade to them. Right? You notice that there's jagged rocks sticking out of the shoreline, and the rocks peeking up are very dark, almost volcanic-like, and the sand itself has a dark tint to it.
It's like glassy, like black glassy. Or
Not,
like,
it's like it's black sand, not necessarily glassy-like,
Okay.
but just mixed with regular sand in there.
okay, and like the big rocks, they're not glassy, right? It's
No, they're just-
it's just like the dark rocks.
Yeah, dark rocks. They're very, very jagged.
Okay. I'm gonna grab while he's going to Brewer. I'm gonna grab Nyland and run over to Azir.
Alzir?
Yeah, because they're the only one that's not like awake or at least
that
look
needs
like
help.
they're alive, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So yeah.
All right, so you run over to Bror, and Bror is still he's passed out right now. But you can come over to him, he's laying there passed out, but he is breathing rather slowly.
Okay. I would like to check him for bleeding open wounds.
Okay, so you quickly you remember where he was stabbed, so you quickly like look under his cloak, and you see that the wound where he was stabbed has been bandaged very roughly.
Okay.
Like it's just like a cloth tied tight, and you can see that the skin is very agitated and red around his chest and torso.
Okay, but he's out.
Yes, he's out right now.
All right, so I think and I'd just like to roll into a good position
So you guys run over to Alzir, and Taskir's sitting there. He's like, he won't wake up. He won't wake up. I can't get him to wake up.
Back away, honey. Nyland.
Can I roll?
Yep, go ahead. You can roll. What would you like to do?
I guess medicine.
Would you like to do a stabilize?
I guess because I can't really. I don't have like any potions on me, right? I just
Yeah,
have my little.
you can
fanny
do
pack
treat
that
wounds.
was
Go
on
ahead,
me.
treat wounds.
Ooh.
Did you use the pink dice?
You did. You did it.
It was at a 1.
It's a 5, but what am I adding for treat wounds? Where's
Medicine.
Can I help her?
15.
Yes, you can aid her.
I got a 15, so not too great.
For what? What do you just like medicine?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, medicine.
I
medicine.
just got an 8, so no.
Oh yeah, you're not helpful.
Oh, the lantern. The lantern gives us extra when we heal. You have it on you.
Yeah, it's on my
It's on your
pack.
back.
I think
It
just
does when
increases the...
you use your heal magic, not treat wounds.
So if we could try again. If I hold the lantern and use the healing magic.
Yeah.
You can try.
Yeah, here, let me give you
But wait, I need my
So this doesn't give you the ability to heal.
No, I have.
No,
healing magic.
she has healing.
Yeah,
magic.
so you don't need to physically hold it. You just need to be in its
Yeah,
light, right?
yeah. So you hold it and
Yeah,
light
I'll
it up
just-
on your backpack.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's kind of cool.
Just hold the chain all of a sudden.
You use it, so you just take a moment and you kind of just like close your eyes and you start thinking about the things that you've been reading in the little black book you got, right?
Blue fire.
And like this light appears between your palms and you just like close your eyes and then a blast almost comes from your hands as you do this area heal all around. And I'll say that everyone's in that initial grasp and everyone feels this vitality kind of come back to them. And you can roll the health for
1d8.
1d8 plus 1
Plus
is it?
1, yeah.
8.
So everyone heals 9 points.
Go.
Is that include me or I'm not really mixed with?
Yeah, no, I'll say everyone. Everyone
everybody.
isn't. Yeah,
So
close
just
enough.
look up at Regina with really big eyes and be like, "Oh my!
Including yourself.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I get it too."
You see this energy rush over Alzir and he goes as a breath is returned to him and he begins to breathe, but he's not woken up yet. But
I think we
Can
might need
she-
something
Can she
stronger.
hit his face a little bit and say, "Hello, nice you. Wake up"?
yes, go ahead.
But she's gonna do it like gentle. She's not gonna smack him. She's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna like try to wake him up.
He just kind of like turns
Wake up.
and he opens his eyes and he sees you standing over him. Are you an angel?
Good morning.
Is this where afterlife is?
No, you're alive.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
We're on the beach. The ship was blown up. Our other ship was swimming.
What?
Good morning.
Oh, so good about it.
Did Roar wake up?
No, but you did see that blast kind of come far and hit him and kind of breathe some more, but he's still unconscious at this
All right,
point.
when that happens, I'm gonna. All right, now that this guy's stable, Roar's still unconscious. I'm gonna run over.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should get a metal piece, and we should get a fire going with something so we can cauterize that one.
Let's try and see if we can get him up first, right?
Well, I mean, I just think we should like make a fire out of something, and somebody has to have something metal,
I
right?
have-
like a dagger. I have my dagger. I didn't have that on me. We
Also,
could heat the
like,
dagger.
I have a lit lantern of the blue eternal flame on it.
It doesn't
That's so
doesn't
good.
really give off heat though.
What's not a fire?
I
Not a
could
fire,
stick this in the blue
Tasker
fire.
stands up and goes, "Thank you. I'll get somebody and we'll go find some firewood."
Yes, please, quickly.
And then he kind of rushes into.
So we can use this because
How is
this will get hot, and then we just cauterize it.
We have, and like in your medical.
My fanny pack.
Kilo, honey, how's he look? What's going on?
Well, it looks like it. I don't know who did it, but it looks like his main wound is bound for the moment, and he doesn't seem to be bleeding out. He's unconscious, but I think he'll live.
All right, well let's get some of Grits' smelling sauce. Grits, honey, come on. As she's like kind of working on
Where's
it.
Grits?
What was that?
Where's Grits?
I mean, where's Grits? What do you mean, where's Grits? Grits, honey. Stop. Where are you?
Notice that Grits is not on the beach.
Grits? Oh, no.
So,
Regina starts frantically looking around for Grits. She
Yells out.
yells out for him, goes down the beach farther, like looks for anything. Like she's going into emergency mode right now.
Okay.
Any sign of him? Starts asking people, have you seen Grits? What, have you seen him around? Like, where is he? Have you seen him? He's got to be here somewhere.
They kind of like look at you.
Can I roll for another attempt at Iron Foot in battle medicine since I already did the big heal? I don't know if I can keep doing that.
it's once an hour, right?
It's once an hour per person for tree wounds.
When somebody's unconscious, you can make there's like a check that you can make.
To wake them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and like bring them back to consciousness.
Yeah. Usually, if they're not at 0 and they're unconscious, but they have health to them, you can just interact with them to wake them up.
Okay, so I'll try to do the same thing I did.
Okay.
Wake up, Ironfoot, up.
Roll a perception check, Regina. All right. Bror is. You tell him to wake up, and you see Bror just going, "Oh, by the seas. What's going on?
You were stabbed by my father's man.
Oh, stop! I remember that. Well, how did I get here?
He blew up a ship and stole ours, and we appeared here.
Oh." He just kind of leans back and groans.
Right, so, bro, you're not the one who bandaged yourself.
He looks down and he realizes for the first moment that he is bandaged. So, no, this is the first moment I've woken up like this.
Right, and I would like to turn immediately to Regina, who I can see is frantically looking for Grits. Regina! There must be someone else on the beach!
Yeah.
Someone bandaged him and it wasn't us. They might have Grits.
All of a sudden, you do hear in a bush nearby start to move and shake a little bit. You hear, "No!"
Oh, honey, I knew it. Come on.
Never mind.
She runs right over. She flies. She flies. Woo!
Oh, what happened?
Oh, it's okay, honey. Here, drink this. Hold on.
Oh.
Bottoms up, honey. Wait, does he have any on him?
He probably has some. Yeah, he probably. I mean, he makes his own. Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. What you do? You're like, quick, you're like, quick, take this. You take it out of his pocket. There you go.
I hope that's a healing. I'm feeling it. It's okay. All right.
Oh, what happened?
Scuttled on the ship. That guy. Oh, I knew that guy was bad from the start. Remember when I asked if we could replace him? I tried to replace him with you. You remember that?
That's probably the best decision you've ever had.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I would say I've had better decisions than that, but you know the old gut. You know the old gut Grits never really does you wrong. Okay, so how you feeling? Head to toe. You a little.
I feel better after that potion.
Yeah.
But a little dizzy.
A little dizzy. All right.
Would all of you stop moving?
All right. Yeah. How about you sit back here?
I'll sit back down.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sit back down. Here's some.
All of you right there.
I'll pull up my book. Here's some whatever jerky, some elk jerky. You chew on that a little bit, honey. You chew on that. And,
I'm ready for this moment.
all right, just relax, okay? All right. Regina can relax for a second now that Grits is taken care of. She's gonna go back over to everybody else that's near board and try and figure out what we're supposed to be doing here.
I would like to see if, is Sariel and Tova, are they still weeping?
Yeah, but they're just kind of consoling each other.
Okay, and Grom is still over there in the corner, right? Just
fuming? Yeah.
Okay, so
Taskir's gone. He's like looking for some wood. Elzir is just sitting there holding his head.
All right. I don't know if I have to roll for this, but I'm going to try to get them going so they don't just stay in that, right?
Okay.
So, because it seems like she has war, so I'm just going to walk over to Sariel and tell her, Sariel, Tova, up on your feet, lasses. There's time for that later, but now we need to gather firewood before it gets dark. We don't know what time it is. So we might only have so many hours left, so come on now. Up on your feet, let's start to gather firewood.
We roll
and let's move it to the middle.
diplomacy.
That's right.
They look up at you and just weeping, just looking for hope, and they see you there, and they just see your resilience there. It's like, we can cry for Lyra later. We must keep going.
That's right. On your feet.
Saria looks at you with a twinkle in her eye.
Regina hears you and says, "Yes, sir."
Now immediately, as soon as I start walking, I'd like to run over to Grom.
All right.
And so I imagine I can spread across the region.
Yeah.
Grom, I feel like you have some angst you can work out. There's a couple of large logs.
He's like standing next to this cliffside, and he just punches it.
Oh.
Good. Use that, because look at that log off to your right. It's very large, and I see another one over in the woods. Let's gather that to the middle. Come on. Sorry, Logan.
No. Well,
Okay.
That's a beautiful nat 20, so we're gonna use it.
Okay.
All right. So he redirects his anger and he starts collecting and pulling this log up onto the middle of the shore.
Okay.
Kilo.
Yes.
That's great. Everybody's getting everybody moving. We really need to regroup at some point. We need to all get everybody together. Everybody's kind of working right now, but at some point we need to get everybody together, get our game plan, and figure out what we're doing, okay? So just keep that in mind. So let's work towards that.
That's good. I don't know if you saw, I pointed the girls toward the center, and I pointed Grom to I'm trying to get him.
Of course.
In the middle. I didn't know sweet.
Great job, buddy.
Yes.
You're really coming into your own here.
Whoa, grab my things.
Captain material.
Think alike. You know, I'm supposed to do too.
Yes, of course. Yes. All right, so awesome. You're great with that. I'm gonna check, make sure me and Grits, we found Grits by the way.
Oh, hello, Grits.
Yeah.
Glad to see you.
Stop yelling! Why are you yelling?
Once Grits gets his wits about him, we're gonna go and we're gonna give everybody a once over. You know how trauma can be. Sometimes you really don't realize you're injured until a little later once the adrenaline wears off. So we're gonna make sure everybody's good. No secret injuries. And then I think at that point, once we have the camp settled, we're gonna need a round table.
Right. Between the two of us, I'd like to get up high and see if there's a lot of us that aren't here.
Yes.
And so.
Okay, yes. So why don't you work on that? Okay, I'll keep an eye on everything here. Once everybody kind of has a task to keep them busy, why don't you see if you can maybe get up to the high point that you can? Do you need somebody to go with you?
No, you know what? Why don't you do this? Can you go deal with Javier? He's going through something, and I think that I could encourage him. But I'll start looking for a high point.
Perfect. That's a great idea, honey. Awesome. Thank you for being you.
Yes. Oh, you. Ladies.
You want some milk jerky, honey?
No.
That right.
Every time I'm in a ship, I gotta say it.
All right. Where's this Haldia? Haldia. So she walks over to Haldia.
And Haldia's just sitting there, quietly holding this blue cloth. Looks like a hat of some sort.
Yeah. How you doing, honey? What's going on?
Vintwick was supposed to come back with us. We were supposed to start up our own business of sorts. We had so many plans together. It seems like he did not make it.
What's this? Is this his?
Oh, yeah, this was his.
And did you see him? For sure?
Last I saw him, he was knocked unconscious on the ship, the Destiny. Before anyone was able to go and resurrect him, he went to boom.
I'm sorry, honey. That doesn't mean you should give up hope, okay? I thought when I didn't see Grits here, I know how it feels to lose hope. And it's, it could do more harm than good. Nobody saw him die. We didn't see his corpse at the bottom of the ocean. There's more out there. And there's a chance, and if there's a chance, we have to hold on to that. Right? He deserves that.
Diplomacy.
19.
Like, holding his hat, he kind of like clutches it. I don't know if he made it or not. I do know one thing. I will not rest until he has been avenged.
That's good, honey. Of course, there's a lot of avenging that needs to go down. Let me tell you this. He might be dead, but he might be alive. And I'll tell you what, you're never gonna get that business started if we don't get out of here. So focus up. Let's work on the next steps, which is getting camp set up here and finding our next. Okay? So why don't you go down over to who's gonna go over to see Grom? Yeah. Grom needs help. Why don't you help him get supplies just immediate so we can set up a little camp and then go from there. Okay? Do you need anything?
No.
How are you hurt?
A little bruised, but I shall be fine.
Okay, just go. Go check up with Nyla. I know. I know. But sometimes with the adrenaline going, you don't realize you're hurt until after it wears off. So we don't need anybody getting hurt for no reason. So just have her give you a once over, and then go help Rob. Okay, Annie?
Yes. Aye. Aye.
If you need anything, just let me, Kilo.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay. All right. Can I just check out in the ocean? Like, how is it, like, immediately, like, where's the swim depth?
It probably goes out about, I mean, as far as you can see, it looks like the waves are rougher towards the stones kind of sticking out. And it goes out a little farther with more stones in the ocean. It's rough out there.
Yeah, because
it's calm here, but it's rough out there.
And it's like the jagged coast that we had. Yeah, it's like crazy. Is there like floating debris in the ocean, like stuff like that, like wooden
part of the ship,
maybe, or
you don't see any debris.
Really? Okay, and on these rocks, there's no, like, if I look, there's no one like hanging onto the rocks or anything.
No bodies anywhere. It's honestly it's a deserted island as far as you can see, and no one else is on there except for.
Now, does this thing look tiny? Does it look like I could look across and see the other end of the island?
It looks like there's cliffs around us, so I imagine we can't see past the cliffs.
Well, you look around and yeah, you're in kind of like an alcove that like juts up drastically and dramatically, trees and cliff sides hanging out. And as you look around, Kilo is also trying to find some sort of high ground. So he's climbing up a tree. He found. He climbs up this tree. He gets up there and he peeks out and he looks up the highest point he can find without going too far out. You don't want to travel in this thicket without alone, right? And looks out and he sees, and you can kind of see peeking up over the trees, but Kilo does see a good view. And it looks like the island itself kind of comes together in a drastic, dramatic, sharp point of pure black rock.
All right, so I would like to specifically look for any signs of, like, not civilization. I'm not looking for houses, but like anywhere where it looks like the trees were cleared away, or or does it all look just like generic woods everywhere, forests?
Roll a perception check.
16.
Yeah, it looks like as you look out from where you're at, there are some valleys going around, and maybe there's a path that leads from this area, this kind of alcove of the beach. There seems to be a valley that looks like a little bit more cleared of trees, less trees. Or maybe you just assume that, hey, if there was a path, it'd be there.
Okay, but it doesn't look like clearly cleared by
You don't see any like clear examples of civilization.
And how big does the island look from that point of view?
This is kind of the picture of the island that you see.
All right. I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
So I will start to head down to report what I see. You know what? Go ahead. Sorry.
Nylan wants to run over to Regina.
I'm gonna do this before I get out of the tree.
Yeah, I go
can do
with
that
you,
after.
and I'm like helping you check people out.
Oh, you're still with me?
Yeah, after I check up
Yeah.
on with what's his name?
Yeah, everyone kind of is coming together in the center. They're building a fire. They're collecting wood. They're breaking, there's logs and stuff they're finding. Everyone's working together. And as you're doing that, Nylan and Regina are kind of working together to kind of like check up on everyone.
Yeah.
So,
Regina, you found your pet birds.
All right.
excuse me?
I have not found my pet. Is there anything that you can do with your book that's like a spell or a search for healing?
Search for being. Unfortunately, no, I don't have any sort of location. There ain't no doohickey in here no, I don't have a way to find somebody supernaturally. Once we get everybody together and we kind of count our heads, one of the first things that we're going to be doing is searching for other people. Seeing if there's anybody else that's stranded, maybe not here, maybe somewhere else on the island. And that's going to be a priority for us. So don't think that we're forgetting about them, but we have to make sure that everybody's up and running before we start going for other people.
We should all yell for her together.
Yeah.
All of our business.
Of course, honey. Now, I think that we are in a good spot. Okay.
We can sing. We can just sing.
She's like, we can all yell.
Yell.
Maybe there's
If
another.
Nyland yelling gets us 15 bad guys, if everyone yells. All right.
I would like to
Yeah.
out toward the ocean.
Yeah, you're just searching out the ocean. What are you looking for? And
I'm
roll a
trying to
perception check.
see. I'm trying to see if I can see the parts of the ship that we came from. The ship, the Silver Rider, sailing. Any other ships? Any other islands? I'm just looking out the ocean, just scanning the ocean to see it, like, because we don't know even how we got here. So.
Yeah, roll a perception.
Oh, so close. It was a 19, 26.
Oh, wow. All right, so you're looking out, you're looking around, and what you see is pure blue seas. As far as you can see, there's no ships out here. There's no debris. There's nothing around as far as you can see.
All right, now that I've done that, I will start to come down. Well done, everyone. Well done. I see that we've all gathered. See the makings of a fire. Yeah, well done, everyone. Regina, Annie, why don't you for a second?
Of course, yeah, that's why we all circled up.
And Grits, come along. Come along.
I thought you forgot about me.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of people going through emotional strife, you know, and clear thinking is from a good set mind. So I feel like everyone here has a pretty good set mind right now. Maybe
Sharpest right here.
like attack, my boy.
Cute.
Yes,
Cats have a very good sense of smell.
they do.
Can you smell? Do you smell fire?
I don't.
Do you smell?
Do I smell the Maya? Should I roll for
You
that?
smell. You can go for it. I don't know.
Perception?
Yeah.
Ooh, a 2. Plus
Nope.
7, so nope.
Nope, you smell yourself.
Oh,
Very
no, I do smell a cat, but it's not Maya.
Thank you, Virginia.
You're welcome, you're welcome. Well, this is all to find all of our last ones, dear. So, I climbed the tree, took a look around. Actually, can we see even part of that from where we're standing?
Yeah.
If you look there, you see that dark mountain. So that is a large part of this island. But I couldn't see any sign of people anywhere. I went to my telescope, I searched the seas, I don't see anyone out there, I don't see any of the islands, I don't see any of the ships, I don't see the silver, I don't even see the wreckage of our ship, either on the beach or from out there. So, I just want to tell you that there's really not much to tell. There is a bit of a clearing off to this side, and if anyone was going to go anywhere, that's probably the only place we could go. But I'm not convinced that we'll know because somebody bandaged Roar, and it wasn't any of us.
We should go to the path to the mountain. My father told me stories about people that made houses in mountains. There could be someone here to help us.
Right, well, thoughts?
It's just bizarre. This is very bizarre.
Right? There must be someone here but us.
I
And
mean,
they don't mean us ill, otherwise why would they have bandaged Roar?
and that there's no sign of a wreckage. Not even a plank. Not a rope, not a plank, not a net, not a barrel.
Very strange.
Nothing.
Are we sure we're in the same realm? That we have not passed to a different realm?
Let me tell you this, honey. Well,
We're not sure of anything.
I guess we could. We could try the lantern here. Can I try the lantern to see if we can peer between realms?
There are
Oh.
7.
Yeah, okay.
You kind of like grab the chain, it lights up, and as it spreads out this light, now it's getting later in the day. The sun is casting some beautiful orange and red lights on the sky, but it's not dark. The light shines out. It's not too much brighter than what's going on, and you faintly see the lines of essence streaming through the sand and the rocks around you. But nothing is indicating to you whether you're on a different plane or not.
Okay. It looks very like there's no.
It looks
weird...
similar to what you saw last time you was there.
Okay, yeah. So and there's nothing like, oh wow, gravity is up here, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
weird fundamental stuff
there's
that's
nothing
like glaring. That's
no.
like, wait, why is this the way? Okay.
Nylan wants to take out her pearl and stick it in the blue fire and see if anything happens.
Well, there's no fire in the lantern.
The blue.
The lantern is made from like this like intricate wrought iron rock substance, and the center is almost like a crystalline glass. So anything inside of it is impossible to get to. It's the flame is absorbed inside of it. The only thing you notice from it is a blue light coming.
Can she put it in the light to see if it can
And you tap it against the glass.
No, she can put it in the light. She wanted to see if she could catch it in her gem. Well, she could get some more healing powers or something. So she just wanted to see.
She's trying.
Can I don't know, recall knowledge or just ask who has the best tracking skills here? That do I know that?
Is there a ranger?
Oh no.
No, she goes, oh no. Right. Is Brar okay?
Well,
He's alive.
yes, I think he's stabilized, but he has been moving, so we'll definitely keep an eye on him.
Nylan, were you able to get him up to snuff? What's going on? Did you take a look at his wound, honey?
I'm waiting for the fire.
I mean, waiting for the fire.
No.
Okay, all right.
What
well,
are
I
you
don't
gonna
know
do
if
to
I
him?
know this. You know you have medical equipment, right? You have it in a kit. You have medical equipment.
Once you put this in the fire, the flame will heat this, and you go like that into the movie.
But you have
Have you ever done this before?
No, but I've read many books about it.
Okay, you've read many books about that, but you don't know how to sew it. But you don't need to cauterize it. You can just like sew it up.
Have you looked at it?
No. Like cauterization fixes
So
everything.
one answer.
That's
I'm gonna loot his insides.
How about we just take a look at it? Let's see what else we can do, maybe.
This is a very easy solution.
Yeah, it's very easy, but it's unnecessary, I feel like, and painful. It's very painful.
That's
Poor
why
man.
we wanted to get this fire in the first place to keep in the flame.
No, that's not why they did that. But, all right.
I
well,
think
let-
cauterizing is a wonderful idea if you don't have a healing.
Yes.
But I think you do have a healing, right?
Or healing powers?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh, so
magic.
didn't you just
Magic?
heal everyone with a big blast of healing a moment ago?
Are we have some advancements in magic that help us, right?
Chris is like, even I wouldn't do that.
I'll just pour a potion on it. I'm sure it's fine.
Why don't we go up and check out Bro? Honey, let's go check him out. You can hold the knife. Go ahead, take the knife with you. In case it gets that far, we can put a cauterizer. All right.
Does she have to wait her hour before she can help him since she helped him before?
No, it's per person.
Per person.
Oh, that's right.
So let's see if we can.
But it's been a while since everyone's gotten a fire now and kind of like take care of
She's
themselves.
just getting to stick it in the fire.
I'm gonna go check on Bror.
I'm also gonna check with him.
All right, so you're sitting with Bror and you see him. He's just like holding his side, and he's just breathing heavily and slowly. He seems to be in a lot of pain.
I don't mean to alarm you, but you see that little. So she's sticking that blade in the fire.
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better.
I'm better.
I'm fine now.
Can you do a jig?
I can do
What? Can we get him over the fire?
Yeah.
Can we
You
try to
carry
pick
him.
Yeah, there's like
That would be
that
Two-
long.
so easy.
You pick him up
Great.
and carry him over to the fire. And he sees Nylon over there. No, I don't want it. I don't want to.
Let's take a look at that wound, honey, okay?
Well, I'm gonna open the door.
Yeah, let's take a look at that, bro, okay?
Can I just like pull her knife?
Yeah.
Away.
It's like
Like,
hot,
what-
nice
like,
and
sits
hot.
down,
It's like
and,
she
like,
puts
sits
It's more dirty than it is hot. It's like got about a soot.
Not the right
Not
way.
even that hot. Put the dirt on it.
Yeah, you open up the bandage and you see that the wound is not open. It has been sealed, right? But it is all red and agitated. I'm like almost like listen, yeah. It's
Someone else has tried to heal this already.
Grits, you don't have any cure disease or anything like that on you? Potion
I don't have any of those on me,
Oh, okay.
but I can make one.
All right. Well, that's
But I
good.
don't have any ingredients on me.
Okay, well,
It's
how
on the
about
ship.
this? Well, here's the thing. I'll go with you.
Survival.
Well, let's go in.
Yeah,
Let's
that's-
get you some regions. How about that?
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
think that's
out.
a good idea. Before we go traveling anywhere else, might we just quickly look and see if there's other tracks?
Yeah, so okay,
We'll
so
make
here's
our
my
own.
plan. All right, before we get everybody involved, the plan was make sure everybody's stabilized, make sure nobody's bleeding out, nobody's got some weird moves. Then we fall on a search body and just go in a general area. And first of all, go back, see who we're missing. Okay, find out who we're missing and see if we can, and then form up a parties. Go in groups and try to find people that are on the beach. Go down a little bit, go back a little bit, see if we can find anybody else. Okay. There's some people that are missing, namely Amaya, okay, and there are some others. We had how?
Jasper's not here.
It's two cats.
There's two
Oh, I had
two missing
insurance.
cats.
We're good. I had insurance.
Oh,
Okay. All
cat
right.
traffickers.
No, cat traffic.
Somebody watch my back.
Yeah, Jasper, Amaya, some others. We will want to make sure that we do our due diligence and find those that are close to us before we start going deeper into this place, and then go from there. And then go deep in the island, find out any thoughts.
Before you leave, I should try to retrieve
Yeah, we can do that as well.
Yes, I think you should try to get more.
I think you should work on Brock again. More immediately, I was going to go with Grits and just around here in the local area and try to find some regions so that he can do his job. That we're like a little out of reach from water. That looks aggressive. It looks infected. Yes, it could. Well, I'm not sure. Gangrous. It could be gangrous. Oh, gangrene. Yes, I think it's gang red in this situation.
Let me roll
Just
for
run it to
healing
the
before you leave.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, how about this? Before you go and start using up all of your ability to use magics for the day on this, why don't me and Grits go locally? We're not going far. Just see if we can find some regions in the woods to get some stuff, and then see what we can do.
Well, she's gonna use her healing kit, right?
Can
Which
I?
you do every hour
Yeah.
per person.
Yeah, but she was trying to use her spells to heal everybody.
Before we go too much into the tree line, start walking about, I just want to, even myself, I'll just go about and look and see if there's any tracks. Somebody must have dragged Boar, moved him, and the tracks might still be here. I just want to think.
Yes, I'm not very good at track.
Me neither.
I am.
Oh, you can track.
Yes.
You're a tracker.
Well then,
I have skill.
I just want to see if there's any tracks around before we all mess up the beach too much.
That's
Phoebe,
a
what
good
do I need to roll to track?
All right, so you're looking around. You're starting around Broad. You're looking around the beach, and with the wind you see is blowing some sand. It's very loose sand, and so you're having a hard time finding any paths or any footprints in the sand. So you go over to where Kilo pointed out the path. Let's say right over here, and you kind of go over. And as you're looking around, trying to remember your training on your estate. You look through and you start to notice that there seems to be some footprints sticking in where the sand is becoming more like dirt, kind of muddier and thicker. You're starting to see that there is a pair of footprints heading up the path.
Okay, then I'll just run back over to the group.
I found something. Follow me.
And I just run away. Back.
Follow her then. What did you find?
Look down.
I see the ground.
There are footprints. Do you see? We're leading on the path. You see.
Oh, in the mud.
Correct.
Yes. And are they humanoid? Are they?
They
animal?
look like a pair of shoes. Something
boots,
was
okay.
wearing shoes, an average size.
Okay. And does it look like just one?
It does look like one pair of footprints.
One pair. Okay.
This could be the person that you said tried to heal Boy.
Well, perhaps. Well, it's obviously not the rest of our crew, and it wasn't like they led a bunch of our crew in some direction. There's only one set of footprints. You looked around. These are the only ones you saw.
That is all.
I don't know that this person could have just healed Bor and maybe he ran out, healed Bor, and ran back into the woods.
I would like to follow those trees.
Oh. So if you'd like, I'll travel a bit into the woods with you, but I do not want to go as far as the tracks go.
How about 2 miles?
2 miles? No, that's far too distance there.
One then.
Well, how about we just walk a bit, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, just to see where these lead immediately.
That is suitable.
Well, I'll follow you. You're the one who sees this better than I.
Okay, then I want to follow. So I have to roll every 10 minutes to see how well I follow.
Yeah. Is Regina coming along with us?
Yeah, so Regina's gonna come.
Oh, did she? So she followed along.
What about
and
Grit?
Yeah.
came back? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
Regina and Grit.
follow?
So
Yes.
Regina and Grits, we're gonna be collecting regens for his
Yeah,
thing.
that's what they wanted to go to.
So
Get
while
some-
she's tracking, can we be doing that?
Yeah.
Like following with them and looking for. Yeah.
Okay, so you follow the trail. You see the footprints in the mud, and they're starting to dry out. They're starting to fade, but you can follow them, and you follow them through. You and Kilo with Regina and Grits behind, kind of following along. And as you're doing so, Regina and Grits are scavenging, looking for ingredients. So, what's your survival?
0.
I have 8 for survival.
I was just going to aid him. I was
Okay.
gonna just pretty much be there
You
to.
actually beat me by 1.
Oh really?
Should I?
I rolled a 10.
Should I roll to forage?
Grits rolled a 1.
Can I roll to forage since I'm tracking?
Are you gonna aid Grits nat 1?
Grits is picking up clearly poisonous stuff. That'll be
Oh, look, it's a rock. It's a
Regina's
rock.
like,
Look at that.
honey, that doesn't look right. Oh, this is really good.
You're starting to
Three-headed
really question the elixirs that
He's been
What am I
feeding us.
drinking?
What exactly? I don't know about this anymore. Yeah, Grits is you're literally as Grits is picking stuff up, you're taking it from him.
Yeah.
Nope. Try again.
Nylan wants to stop walking and turn around and look at Grit.
Grits is clearly concussed.
That's it.
She just wants to stop for a second and look at him and be like, "You are hopeless fool when it comes to this." And then she wants to just turn around and keep
It
following.
was so much easier if I wasn't colorblind.
Cannon.
Oh, man.
All right, and you continue to follow this path, as it were, through this, and as you're getting deeper into the woods, I mean, I know we're only going to go about 10 minutes. You're getting deeper into this forest. It's getting thicker and thicker, and the canopy is getting heavier, and it's getting darker. And you just keep following it until the footprints are beginning to kind of fade in with the grass on it. And you get to this point where there's and you're following this, what looks, it seems to be, as you're following this, you're realizing that this path seems to be wider, and you're starting to realize that, maybe that this area at one point used to be a wider, well-tracked path. And you get to a place where it's almost like a big clearing, and it's wider, and you see this object, maybe a stone of some sorts, and it's just covered right in the very center with moss and vines and growth, and it's almost like this amalgam of this grass or whatever, right in the center of the path you've been following.
Can I roll to see if there is like evil magic in that thing?
There's a hatch.
If there's any incorporeal or
It's
The
invisible or
ink-
incorporeal. No, this is a hatch.
is there a Desmond around?
No, don't do this to me.
So can I roll?
Yeah.
like-
Roll a. What do you just?
I
you
just
want to
want-
investigate it.
Yeah, because I want to know
Yeah.
if like it's like bad
Let's investigate this.
juju, bad.
Good.
juju.
You can use survival,
I can raise the
nature.
lantern.
Or
Yeah,
perception. Yes, you
yeah.
can. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's raise up the lantern.
Go ahead. I'll allow you to use a perception, nature, or survival, and everyone can do it.
With with the aid of the lantern.
Yeah.
Nat
With
20 plus 10.
Ooh, yeah.
So I know I don't need a plus.
Say plus anything.
I just wanted to because I was 30. So
and it's getting darker in the forest as the sun's starting to set and the trees are thicker. But you have the lantern now, right? So you're like it's like shining down.
and I got a nat 20.
And yes, I heard you the first time. It's okay. I didn't forget. All right, I didn't forget. And you come down, and you're like, "What is this thing? It's like large, like practically maybe that goes as high as maybe your shoulders, about that kind of high." And you look at it, and the light's shining on it, and there's no indication of magic on it. And as you're looking through, you're like gingerly looking at it, and then you kind of like see something, and with assurance of what it is, you just kind of reach in all of a sudden, and you pull, and you just grab this vine and pull it back, and it kind of connects to all the other vines on this thing, and it begins to just peel off one like big layer of vines and everything, and you see that it's an overturned cart. Claimed by nature.
Whoa, God, did you know that was in there?
This looks like it could have been a marketplace at one time.
Well, I wouldn't go that
All right, well, let's
But-
start with what we do know.
You could definitely pull together that this was probably a road at some point,
This looks like
and
it could have
this
been a road.
cart was used on this road
Oh,
by
would you
some
look at
sort of.
that? Yeah, it
This
is
part
kind
was
of.
used on this road.
Can we try and flip it over, maybe?
Yeah, let's clear off and see if there's anything
Yeah.
else in it.
You clear it off, and you're looking at it, and after clearing off and looking at it, it is like the wood is very deteriorated. It's been a long time since this thing was used.
Can I do like a recall knowledge to see what kind of like area this is from? Like I believe that like an elvish cart and like a dwarvish cart would look different.
Yeah.
A cart in Cascadia would
Mhm.
look different than one from the Emerald Sea. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because of the culture. Can I do like a recall knowledge?
Go ahead. Do a local, or I would even allow an esoteric look.
Sweet. It is a 30.
30.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that's
That's a really good thing.
high.
You recognize you're looking inside of it, and toppled over you see that there's some stuff in there, right? And you're looking through, and you find like a barrel, like a sackcloth that seems to be underneath this brush. You pick it up, and you look inside, and there's like, it looks like some like old deteriorated like swords, like a cache of weapons on this thing. And you look at this cart, and you realize that this is some sort of military cart. And probably even, you can probably even tag it to maybe, it's not elvish,
Mhm.
and it's not dwarven,
Mm.
but it's definitely human, and you probably tag it towards an Avalorn, like belong to like the culture of Avalorn.
Hold on a second. Hey, wait. You see that? Wait, Gritch, hold this open. And I'll like pull out the tome and I'll.
Yeah.
Richard, hold that. And it
Like
floats
floats.
out. And I like cross it. Yeah, Avalon. Yeah, it looks like this is like. Can't be for sure, but I guess the text matches to Avalon. But I mean, clearly, look at all this stuff. It's a weapons hall of some kind. I don't know. Why would
We
they?
should take the weapons back with us so
Wait, this.
we have better armors.
Well,
Yeah.
you could tell that these weapons are not better. By
Oh,
any
they're-
means,
Are
they're.
there any runes on any of these blades that could be taken on that as mine?
and, not in this
Yeah, I
particular
wouldn't
case.
Are there any
It's like a
gemstones?
$1,500
No, yeah.
like of gold. or
Find it in
Is
this.
anything making sense? Like we're on this island. Like we're on this island now. We crashed, and like I have a general sense of where we are. We're on
Mm.
this cragged coast in between Demacy Point and Dagumont, right? We have searched and we found this clearing, and now there's this cart with Avalornian. Could I tell when this is from, based on how long the stuff has been there and the type of weapons and stuff?
Mhm.
Like, is anything making sense that like where we are or what is happening here or what has happened here in the past? Like, it seems like it's such an eclectic like mashup of like seemingly random things,
Right.
and she's just trying to put together in her memory, like, why would there be an Avalornian cart full of weapons? Like, was there a war that Avalorn was a part of, and like what time was that, and like where was that? Like, it seems like this is
I'll tell you this. From your history,
Mm.
from being alive for so long and experiencing at least the end of the Great Elven
Mm.
conflict, you know that Highmore and the Umberglade, the Eventide Enclave, had a tenuous alliance in which that they controlled a lot of the sea of this portion.
who the
The Eventide Enclave
Eventide,
and
okay.
Highmore, the Light Elves.
They were battling each other.
They had a tenuous alliance, which means they
Oh.
were allies, but they didn't trust each other.
Okay.
In which they controlled a majority of this sea, and with that came probably some extension of border lines, and in that many forts were built along the Black Knoll coast and the Umberglades to strengthen that area for the war efforts.
Can I do like a recall knowledge?
Go ahead.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna explain that. So, are you familiar with the Elven conflict?
You just talked with the group, right?
Yeah, to you guys.
Yes, I am. My tutor spoke of it.
Of course, yes.
Not so much.
So, well, during that conflict, the Ebon Enclave and the Highmore they had a weak sort of treaty between the two. And it
Let's see
wasn't,
what you know about it. Doesn't
yeah,
sound
it wasn't any, it was weak at best, all right? But they held mainly this route on the coast here, and they had set up some fortifications along it in order to better maintain it and to maintain their hold on the area. So, I mean, my best guess is that we have stumbled onto one of those. That maybe on this island they had set up some kind of outpost here, and that my guess is that the further we go in, maybe we find more signs like this. Not just cock, but maybe in
I'm
campings or
actually
something.
wondering if perhaps, maybe Grits, you could help with this. I know you seem a bit concussed, but
He's like licking a rock.
Found that? I found that.
He's like biting it.
There's potatoes.
That
Plentiful as rocks.
Anyway, but could you tell what this black rock is? This couldn't be used in gunpowder, could it?
Hold on, honey.
Still
Can
do
I
that,
do a
Scott.
knowledge check? Can I look at my book?
Yeah,
To identify what this
yeah, go ahead.
thing is.
You look for the black
Yeah.
rock substance. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I'm
What
helping
You
am
you.
I
just-
adding to my recall knowledge? I rolled
Local.
an 18.
Local knowledge, local.
I don't know.
Society, you mean?
Oh, society.
Oh, so
Oh wow, that's good for
Society, yeah.
25.
25.
Okay, and what are you recalling?
I just want to know about, since Regina brought up about the loose thing and the battles and stuff like that with Highmore and the Great
Oh,
War.
okay.
I want
Actually-
to recall knowledge to what my tutors, the
Yeah.
books.
You remember a particular lesson talking about that tenuous alliance between the Eventide Enclave and the Hymorian Light Elves during the Great Elven conflict, where Highmore didn't trust them, so they built a fortress, or probably several fortresses, to keep the Ebentide enclave in check.
My tutors taught me that when we had this great conflict, the Hymorian people did not trust the Eventide enclave, so they built fortresses to keep them in check, to keep us having stronger power. Which makes me wonder if my father told me the story about the people living in the great big rocks, if we should not do what I said earlier and go towards the rocks to see if there is a fortress in the rocks.
I think that could be a large fortress. I mean, it does look very castle-ish, although it looks like a mountain.
So,
we may find something in there.
so Regina was on the opposite side of the conflict than the Hymorians during
So-
the Great.
Yeah, she was not with the Hymorians. The Hymorians started this conquest and tried to conquer many lands before the Alliance of Free Nations came together to
So
push
are you
back.
feeling that animosity towards my people?
No, Regina was kind of like though she lives in the Ebentide, or in the Umberglades now, she's not an Ebentide elf.
Yeah.
She is from, probably, I imagine her from Udar.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she did fight with the Alliance against the Hymorians, but there was a lot happened in between when she fought and now.
So you don't hold any grudges.
You don't really know if she's holding any grudges. She
It's like
keeps-
me and Jasper. I don't like you, but I don't know why.
no, she. Yeah, there was a lot. Let's just say that there was a lot that happened in between there.
Yeah.
That we might find out at some point.
Well, I mean, and this has been 70 years
Yeah,
since the end of that conflict.
since the end of it, and she fought in it. So there's
Yeah.
time in that.
Yeah, so I wasn't even born until 20 years after that ended.
Yeah. Yeah. So she doesn't dislike you.
I did.
Maybe she hates looking at that dang crown all the time.
No, she really has a thing against old men.
Against old men.
Against old men, you
Yeah,
know,
they
like
always
those old men.
have this- Old men, they
That's
love
why
the
she didn't like
cloaks.
my
Wrapping it
wedding.
inside of
They
it.
love the cloaks and they love killing women's
All right.
weird
All right,
ceremonies.
let's get back. Hold on.
All right,
Where
so-
were we? I don't remember.
She said that I rolled for the rocks.
All right, go ahead and roll the rocks real quick.
20.
All right, you know that the Black Knuckle Coast has got this name because the mountain range is made from volcanic rock. There's a great dormant volcano within that area that kind of exploded, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, and created these formation of just sharp, jagged lands and islands, and that's why most of Black Knuckle Coast is uninhabited. It's very difficult terrain, so that there's a big gap between Damasa Point and the Umberglade. It's like this natural area that uninhabited is almost like a barrier between them. Dagumon is the major settlement in that area. It seems to be like a main area, other than Stormhold Harbor, which is a major port.
I'm convinced more than ever that we still need to go to the rocks.
I agree. I do agree, but
Yeah,
these rocks. I don't think there's anything special about them.
Okay,
That's what
thank
it's
you for
about them.
looking.
It's volcanic stone.
Okay, that's good, very good. Here's my thought: is that something recently made these tracks, and it came from this path. So I do not think we should follow down this path now. It's getting dark. I think we should go back, set up camp for the night, and then we can bring our entire crew in this direction. Because I just don't want to split everyone up. We're already looking for half the crew. I don't want to lose the other half of the crew and have to go look for them. So I think we should go back personally. But now we have a direction for tomorrow.
I agree. I agree with both of you. I do agree with both your points.
First light, we leave.
Right,
Maybe
right.
not first light. We'll figure that out exactly when
Yes.
we're going to be
Plus, we
leaving.
have to ask the rest of the crew. It's not like we own. They'll do what they want to do. But I would like to take a couple of these swords back.
Couple of these swords. Honey, you see this thing?
I don't want to use it for
It's
my
all
own sword.
rusted all the way
I
through. You
want
can't
to
even
use
use
it for other
I
things.
mean, you can't even use it.
Could
Are they
melt
even
it.
usable?
It'd be very difficult to use. They're very rusted.
I
I mean,
don't
they're
want-
70-year-old, but I mean, I don't know what your plans to use them. You can grab. You can
I
have
grabbed
them.
two of them. Yeah, that's all I just grabbed.
You can grab the sack.
A whole sack? Alright, we'll grab a sack.
The whole sack of these things. I think, if I'm being honest, I think the sack's worth more. But yeah, let's grab some scraps here.
So we can all carry like broken pieces of wood back to throw in the fire.
Yeah.
I'm carrying the swords.
I mean, the swords that's in the sack, you can sling it
Alright, I don't care. Piece of
Help,
wood.
yeah, help us carry the wood too. All right, take 5 minutes to
I sent the
deconstruct
girls
this.
to go gather wood.
Grits,
And-
you will need to carry the wood.
Ah,
Drink
fine.
one of your elixirs.
Well, he doesn't
I
have
know.
I-
Save them.
I'm trying. Look at all these rocks. I gotta put it together.
You gotta put it in the. That was fitted in
I'll
Josh.
see
Can I, on the way back,
Feel a little tired. I'm hitting it out.
No.
Don't sleep, honey. Don't sleep. You cannot sleep like that.
on the way back, can I take a couple minutes just to do a little foraging of my own in the woods to see if I can find Grits and Regina anything useful?
You can try.
I can leave them back. I don't even tracks to go.
You really want to leave an island by yourself in the woods?
I
You
mean,
really want to
I'll
leave
be
the
fine.
ranger in the woods by herself?
So that one is nature, right?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay. I'll say that use your knowledge, especially of medicine,
Like
right?
herbs and
Yeah, to help Grits find the right stuff.
Okay.
And so you kind of find some of the items that he needs, and then head back with him.
so we head back?
Yes.
Yep. You head back to as the sun's beginning to set. You head back to the beach, and then they have a nice fire kind of going. You brought some more wood so you can put next to the fire. And everyone's kind of sitting there. They're just kind of sitting there, kind of in silence almost. They're not really talking to each other.
I'd like to lean over to Bro and say, Bro, I spoke to Nyland, and I'm so sorry, my good man. You're going to lose the leg.
What?
And then
No,
I wanna-
again.
And then I want to tap on his metal one. Ding, ding. Just to give him the laugh.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the third time I lost it. Ready for story. Sorry, but we're good. Is there any luck out there? Did you find something?
Well, it seems, and everyone pay attention, we found a set of footprints. Which makes sense, because somebody had to wrap Roar here, if all of you didn't know. Roar was bandaged up, but unconscious, so someone did that. We found a set of footprints off into the woods. I don't think they're an enemy, otherwise they wouldn't have helped us. But something did happen to the rest of our crew. So we think in the morning we should all head in that direction. We really don't know what else to do. Any thoughts for the crew?
Wait, where are we going?
Well, we found a path in that direction over there, and we saw some footprints that were not from us. So someone has traveled recently on that path, and it does continue down deeper into the island.
Where did you get the wood from? Bron speaks up.
Oh, we found a turned over cart. It's the same place I found these. Drop the sword. Yeah. So best we can figure is it's from either Hymorians or some other elves. But yeah, it was very old. It was overgrown for decades.
Wait, do you know where we are?
I do not know where we are. Although, Regina, I heard you talking earlier. And it seemed like you had a good idea of what islands we might be on.
Yeah, it seems like we're somewhere in between the Massey Point and the Underglades. That's what I have to assume, yeah, because we found a cart that was Avalorian, and I mean, it looked like it looked like to me that it was Avalorian. And are you familiar with the?
Yes.
Of course, yeah. So with the
Haldir speaking. I'm from Dagomont,
Hmm.
and I do know a little bit of the history of Black Milk Coast.
Yes, of course. So I think that we may be, I think that maybe the Hymorians had set up some kind of outpost here, back then, the Great Evermore. So I think that may be, that we may have stumbled upon an island that has a fortress. And Nyland seems to think so as well. So I think that maybe, we didn't find anybody else. Did anybody, while we were gone, end up finding anybody else that may have been
No, we have just gathered here and check some food and stay together. It does make me think of something. Growing up in Dagomont, we heard many stories of the tales of cursed island known as Rochenoire. Have you heard of these tales?
Rochenoire?
Rochenoire.
I've never heard of the Coast Island, no.
This means black rock.
Have I heard of this? Do I know anything?
It does ring a bell to you.
Do I know anything from TV?
Not particularly about this.
I guess since I already said it, I don't know.
Probably not. But the curse is that there used to be a fortress here, or on that island. One that was occupied during the Great Elven War. And after they disbanded, the fort fell into darkness. And the darkness claims it. There's a curse upon it. I hope this is not the height.
Hate to break it to you, I think that's it. I think we're here. Everything checks out. Everything checks out to be this.
So, seeing the giant black rock didn't
I
really
thought,
ring a bell.
I
These
thought
swords do.
also it was a little on the nose. For me.
Oh,
The
yeah.
black rock out of the country. Everything.
Well, please continue. Please continue. What's the curse? What is the curse?
I don't know. I just know you do not go upon the island. It is cursed. That no one has come on here and has left alive. So the stories go Dagomont.
Well, if nobody ever got off alive, then who was there to tell the story?
I don't know. I suspect some mother, because the mothers are always the ones that tell these stories.
Yeah, the mothers and the sons.
This is an old story.
Yeah, for as long as I knew. Very now.
Are you old?
He's so pretty young.
Young for an elf. Yes.
How old are you?
Oh, what? You want to know?
I just celebrated my 50th.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes,
How old
I
are you?
am a little over 60 years old.
Pretty close on cat or elf, whatever. I don't
Yes,
know
about that.
So he would have been born 10 years after the conflict.
Yes.
Ish. 10-ish. 10-ish years.
Yeah, because I was born 20.
So Dagomont did not see as much of the conflict. Hidden in a nice alcove of black rock.
Was it built this structure into a mountain, or did the mountain come around and otherwise?
No, they built it. It was just a regular fortress, and then afterward, the absence of the army.
But it looks like a giant black rock. Did they design it to look like that way, or did it look different?
No, I think that's most of the islands around the Black
Okay.
North.
They just kind of
part
tunneled
the-
into it.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
yes.
So why would I'm still confused as why they would build an outpost here. It like just bringing a ship in here must have been like a whole ordeal. Like look at this rock. How where did they get in? How
I
why would they?
suspect they're not here.
Oh.
They'll probably be.
Oh maybe
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
There is,
So
there
maybe
is an
that's
other
somewhere-
area.
All right, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. 'Cause it's like yeah,
I think it's a bigger island than I think.
of course I've been thinking that maybe this is all made up. This is all, but I guess it's not all. Yeah, let's. Okay, so what's the game? What's the plan?
So the legend says that something evil moved in after the elves left.
Yes.
Nothing else. No other details.
No, it's
Nothing else that hurt your mind about any of it.
No,
It's a black rock.
you just avoid it. You always avoid Rochenoire.
All right. Well, I think we should go right there in the morning.
Yes,
I also
agree.
do. Ironfoot.
Elves, they have the weirdest stories.
What was that?
Elves.
They have a
Oh,
long-
you have weird stories. I tell you, when I was growing up, all you had to worry about is little troll stealing your socks at night. Always the left one. That's all we had to worry about.
What's the sock elves? Yes.
They have a lot more lifespan to make up new things. Telephone can take them.
I guess so.
If you would give them a sock, you would set them free.
I think I was thinking of some. I don't know.
We
Elves.
are
I
starting to
have
get
weirdest
old.
things. I'll tell you.
Not that I like you.
Excuse me. What?
I still do not trust you, but
You guys are nice.
Yeah. You'll keep reminding me of this. I don't know what
David
you're
literally
trying to
had somebody stab this man to prove that he wasn't on the bad guy's
she
side.
still doesn't believe
And
it.
you're still
Doesn't believe it. I would like to give.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, before you do, didn't
No,
make
you
something
could-
fancy?
You mean with the ingredients that I found for Chris?
Yes,
Because his
yes.
foraging skills are quite.
Yes.
Depoisoned and then healed, and then healed and then depoisoned. I'm not really sure. I
really don't.
Fritz is over here and he's like swirling a thing with some like ingredients and has his formula book open, which is mostly pictures.
That's a little cartoon.
Little cartoons. Shakes it up. All right, I have it. I have it. And brings it over to Roar. And he takes it, drinks it down. And, oh, that tastes awful. Well, I hope it works. Well, I guess we'll see in the morning.
He's
Go
like,
ahead.
we're supposed to drink that. He's supposed to go on the floor.
Oh, no.
Ooh, I guess it's probably still
That was
there.
fire ants.
Oh no! That was my foot fungus cream. No.
That was the pesticide we were going to put around the can.
All right, go ahead.
So do you want me to try that?
Oh yes, go ahead. Using magic or using?
No, I'll just use my the like battle my toolkit instead of the big magic.
Okay.
So 16.
Yeah, you get some of the ingredients that even you found while doing your survival check, and you make a paste with it and rub it on his wound. And with that, and with his the potion, he has it
I was
kind
26.
of like lays back on the grass. Oh, that feels a little bit better. I think I'll take a good night's sleep now. I'm assuming everyone else is going to do so too.
Well, no. I think that we should definitely have a watch on tonight.
Absolutely.
I would like to, just on the side, I can do now or do after or whatever, but I'm going to take the two swords, stick one over here, stick one over here. I'm going to run a rope across it as a triple line about this far off the ground. That rope. So, across that path, just in case anything coming in.
I
will
also
hear it.
Setting up some
Have
traps.
a rope. Would you like to
Just something-
set up?
A warning.
Kilo, you wanna? Maybe we could set up some alarm. Maybe with
Put
some.
something on the rope so
Yeah,
it jingles a bit.
Could I maybe roll, like a recall knowledge on how to set up, like a system that would like
Ring?
Yeah, not necessarily like a bell, but like with maybe
Well,
some of the
like-
sword that would clatter loudly.
Yeah,
and somebody
yeah, you could
like
probably do some of that.
like
Yeah.
something would run over.
Yeah, I think with some rope and maybe like
Seashells or something.
Again,
Yeah,
a sword.
yeah.
You have a bag full of swords.
I know, but I don't know how they're all going to bang together.
It's clack, cling, 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 cling,
No,
cling.
yeah, there's only meant to be this far off the ground, so we'll trip them. Otherwise, they would see it coming. We can set up a second one.
No, what I'm saying is we could set up a whole mechanism.
Oh,
That
so it's along
would-
the ground and then
And then it kind of goes up, and then
Yeah.
like when they
Oh,
pull
that
it,
makes
it like
sense.
it makes
Okay.
them fall
Yeah, yeah.
down. So like a bunch of swords would like
Sure.
fall down.
That seems pretty easy. So if they do trip it, it just kind of
let's say that everyone kind of put in an order of when everyone's going to
Sure.
do the lookout. We have a lot of people, so everyone can probably take an hour and have enough to
Yeah,
everyone
wake
have a
up
full
first.
night's rest and watch out. And it's early in the morning. Everyone's kind of like falling asleep, and all of a sudden you hear the clanging of the swords together, realizing that your trap was tricked, and you wake up all of a sudden and we'll stop there. Thank you, travelers, for watching and joining us on our quest today. If you want to see more adventures by us, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember to toss the dice and let them fall where they may. Until our paths cross again, thank you and have a good night.
What if like he's like and it's kale. And Pat just walks out from the room.